before we get into today's episode, we have a very exciting announcement.
Oh, do we? Do we now?
One of the biggest things ever, and it doesn't sound real, but I assure you,
Yeah,
it's
it sounds
very
like we're
real.
hyping up something just, like, very minor, but
But this is, like, truly, like, probably it is the biggest thing that's happened in our podcasting career so far.
I would even say this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing that I've done to date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
Okay.
what is it? What's happening?
Gabe and I, your hosts of Small Talk the Pod, are going to be doing our very first ever live show. We are going to be recording a live episode of the podcast. Where, Gabe? Where are we doing that?
At the Crypto.com arena.
Whoa.
At the place where there have been basketball championships won, hockey championships, the Grammys.
And now probably the biggest event they've had so far.
Easy.
Is the Small Talk the Pod live show. So if you are interested, if you are LA based, or if you want to fly out, no judgment. If you want to be at our show,
Or just support us.
you don't even need to show up.
Tickets
Just
are
buy the ticket.
They're $23.36 after tax. We checked.
We did check.
Buy a ticket. If you can go, that would be great too.
Yeah.
But if you can't stay for the game, still buy a ticket. If you can't make either, because it's on a Tuesday, September 17th. It is a little weird being middle of the week in downtown LA, but get a ticket.
It'll be fun.
Support us. Yeah, it'll be super fun.
Take the day off. Pretend you have jury duty.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Pretend you have jury duty.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should start doing the thing that they're going to buy tickets for.
Which is...
Oh, that's just... Start the
which is
episode.
what- oh, right.
Oh, okay. That reminded me. That'll lead us into it. When you were announcing the live show, I was going to pretend to be like, wait, what? I didn't think that's what it was. And then we do something from there, but...
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't do it.
Should we workshop that a little?
Yeah. That's the
Wow,
modern day.
is this our intro, Gabe?
This is the real intro now. Yeah,
Oh,
we got past the
man.
ad. You guys just listened to an ad. Do you believe that?
Our first ad read that was like genuine, completely
Yeah.
earnest. Every other one were like, SeatGeek is a great app.
All our other ad
We
reads
should
we
get
do
a
here.
SeatGeek sponsorship before we... I don't know. I've got big dreams now. We're doing a show with crypto. I don't know.
Our next sponsorship is going to be standing outside the arena before the live show, selling our own T-shirts and merchandise.
I love that idea. I think we should order a bunch and give a crate to all the guys that stand outside selling like Lakers jerseys.
Well, okay, so
know?
those street vendors, they're
Yeah.
they're outside sporting events selling, jerseys, T-shirts, hot dogs.
Hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
Do you know where to get the permits for that?
No.
In the LA area, you have to go through the library to get street vendor permits.
Interesting.
Doesn't make any sense,
Let's
but
go vend some stuff.
yeah,
Let's go vend real quick.
Small talk the vend.
Small talk the vend. Do y'all mind if I vend real quick?
Let me just vent to you guys.
Let me vent to you,
I have all these shirts I gotta sell.
All these hot dogs cooking, and I see that you just came out of a concert. You're very sweaty, probably hungry. Do you want one? I've got a Coke Zero today.
Yeah.
Not my usual coffee.
So that's
I
the second
felt
ad
weird
read.
about to sip it, so I feel like I need to call it out.
Yeah, I guess Coke Zero. All the flavor of regular Coke with. We're not doing that.
With Zero the hero.
I haven't talked about this on the podcast. I hate soda. I'm not a big soda guy at all.
Yeah.
You know this. This isn't
Yeah,
news
it's a
to
bummer.
you. Yeah,
Kind
I
of a
can't do the
bummer.
bubbles. I feel like that's something I would love because I always drink water. Sometimes I don't want
Ugh.
Gatorade or juice.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
I literally drink so much water.
Yeah, I hate soda.
Can you do like a White Claw or like a seltzer?
Well, yeah, okay. So I can do a White Claw. I can
Mm-hmm.
do a seltzer because if the bubbles are getting me somewhere, I'll.
Oh, there's a point to it.
Yeah, there's a point
I see.
to hustle through, but if it's just
Mm-hmm.
sober bubbles,
Whoa.
I
mean,
it's so
some would argue that
unenjoyable.
the feeling of a good Coke Zero Diet Coke is quite the same. That's not true at all.
Yeah, I mean, and if it were, maybe.
Maybe we would need to have a different kind of podcast.
Wait a second.
Don't
Did
know
we
why
just come up with a new podcast? Whoa!
Wow, it's welcome to the podcast within a podcast.
Yeah, we're just high on Coke.
Zero. Coke Zero, Coca-Cola, 0 calorie.
Well, that reminds me about something I want to talk about today.
Is this the segue?
I got robbed at gunpoint in Argentina.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give some more context there.
Yeah, so
it's exactly what it sounds like, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any way to misconstrue that,
bit.
but yeah, not a bit.
I like to keep things authentic here, but unfortunately, I did talk to Brooke about this before the podcast. It did cross my mind to not tell a soul until I got back.
That would have fucked me up, dude.
Yeah, no.
I would have been wrecked.
Yeah, there's been a little gap between the last episode and right now. We've been traveling all over the world.
Big gap.
For like 2 weeks at a time.
That. Yeah.
Well, because when we leave, it's not like a weekend. It's not, we're off for a few days. Our gaps have been huge where we are just out of commission,
you
out
were
of work.
in Argentina, so you were out of the country. I was in Texas.
Yeah, which is basically out of the country.
Basically, yeah.
Depends
I was in the People's Republic of Texas. And you were then in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas I got back from last night. That's
crazy.
That's not really a story for the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
So
back
anyway.
to that other thing you mentioned about the...
Yeah, so I was robbed at gunpoint in Argentina.
Oh my god.
And I was there with my girlfriend. She's from Argentina.
Shout out Cammie.
Shout out to my girlfriend Cammie.
She did not rob him at gunpoint, by the way.
No. At first I was like, babe, is that you? And I just hear, give me all your money. I'm like...
Was it fully in English like that?
No.
Oh, okay. I was they clocked you as a tourist.
Oh, well, I mean,
they were like, I will rob this man in English.
Well, because I'm holding these 2 bags of like souvenirs. We're walking in really not the best area. More on that later. You're probably thinking, you went to Argentina with a local. Why were you in a bad area? But there's a reason. Trust me. Yeah, and we're just waiting, and these 4 men cross the street. My girlfriend goes, hey, watch out for these guys. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Boom. I feel someone come up behind me, grab me like by the arm, like around. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. My first thought is, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to talk myself out of this situation?
Fellas, I'm a podcaster.
Yeah, so I'm about to say, hey.
It's basically a hostage negotiator.
Because I knew about the live show. So I was like, should I let him know? Get him a ticket
I will
discount?
Get you free tickets for the...
Like, yes, you can stay after for the Sparks game.
Yeah.
No, so I'm being held there, and I'm like, uh-oh, what do we do? Boom, I see one of the 4 people pulls out a G word. I just realized maybe we shouldn't be slanging that word around. One guy pulls out a G word, and I hear my girlfriend say, oh my god, he has a bun.
A god.
Almost.
A G-G.
A gub.
A gub.
So he pulls out a gub.
Just replace it with a different G word every time you say it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's a grape. Yeah.
So he pulls out this gorilla, and like, oh, wow, my girlfriend's first instinct runs down the street.
I kind of thought girlfriend was the G word there.
Yeah.
All right.
He pulls out my girlfriend?
So this guy pulls a girlfriend on me.
My girlfriend starts running, presumably to get help. I think great instincts there. I don't even want to argue that. I think that was a great call. If you're ever held at gunpoint, well, if you ever held at G point, don't do what I did. I wrestle away from the guy holding me from behind.
This is crazy.
And I see, as my girlfriend's running, 2 of the guys ran with her. One's grabbing like her purse, and I think the other was trying to like grab from the strap. So they're on like either side running down the street. And I ran at the guy holding the G word, and I went and tackled him.
That's crazy. Can we just hold on? You were getting robbed.
Yes.
At Goose Point.
At Goose Point.
At Goose
literally.
Point Goose.
Point Goose.
This man has a gold star to your head.
Yeah.
And you tackle him.
Yeah. Well, because my first thought is like, where are they going? Like, I feel a little left out.
Where are you going? Hang on.
Yeah, they were trying to take her purse.
And they did start with like a big hug. So you were like,
hug.
I might as well hug him back.
Yes.
I don't mean to be like making light of this, by the way. Like, we've had time to process
We've had so much
this
time
together.
Yeah.
Clearly you're safe and fine.
Yes,
thank
safe
God,
and fine now. But
thank G word.
But yeah, I tackled him, and I think the 4 realized we shouldn't we shouldn't be here
This
anymore.
tourist got hands.
Okay. Well, my girlfriend says, because I was facing this way, she's facing the other way, because I guess when I tackled him, since he was holding onto the purse, she also fell, but was like kind of like back. Anyway, she said she saw someone run out of a store with like a lead pipe. I didn't see it, so I can't confirm it. But we may have had someone also trying to
shoot
chase these kids away.
That's crazy.
So yeah, they took the souvenirs, unfortunately.
And
but
we were
still
like, our whole family was like, that's a crazy story you just made up to make an excuse
yeah.
for not buying us any gifts in Argentina.
No, but so everyone else is like, hey, like you went to Argentina, like did you get me anything? I'm like, oh, I got you the best gift.
The best story?
You'll never understand. I had
You'll
it.
never see it.
I bought it on the last day. Oh, it was the last day we were there too.
Which, thank God,
yeah.
What a way to ruin a trip.
Because we had the best time. Like we ended up staying an extra day, and which I mean, looking back.
Whoops.
No, we had so much fun.
Knew. The street youths knew.
Argentina is. I highly recommend going if you're able to. Not unless.
Flex.
Yeah. Don't just go if you are visiting the relatives of a significant other. Like, just it's also very close to Antarctica.
Is that true?
I was closer to Antarctica than I was to LA. Which, looking at a map, it's a lot closer.
Frightens me.
Yeah, it was crazy being so far south. But yeah, we were in a touristy area, like getting the gifts because it was our last day. Then we went to take the bus back to our aunt's. We'd taken the bus the whole time. The whole time we were there. And that bus stop said, hey, we're closed right now. You got to go to the next bus stop over. And she's like, Gabe, that's not really in a good area. But okay, we go to the next one. And then that one said, hey, this bus stop is also closed. Go even further into the bad area.
Oh, God.
La Boca is what it's called. Translates to the mouth. This is the bad area. And at this point, we've called our ride share. It's not Uber or Lyft in Argentina. It's called Cabify. Shout out to Cabify.
Cabify would like to give you a discount.
So use our code.
We've partnered with Cabify.
Oh, one day.
For our huge population of Argentinian listeners. You know, a little discount code.
We call our Cabify. It says 10 minutes away. We're like, oh, all right. That's weird. Boom.
And you're in the depths.
We're in the depths of the bad part. But we see a bus come. We're like, oh, great. Let's just get on. We get on. Our little tap card's not working. So the bus driver's like, sorry, I'll leave you at the corner. And we're like, well, okay. Hanging out at the corner. Boom, 7 minutes away, our Cabify. And then we see him. We see our rideshare driver. We're like, hey, man. He waves. He says, hey, I'm going to make a U-turn. We're like, okay. As he's making the U-turn, boom, guy comes up behind me. Like, all of that happened literally within the U-turn.
Wow. So what did he do? Were you like, did you see that?
We got like in the
when
car.
You got in the car, were you like, did you? What were you gonna do about that?
We get up from the street, you know, because I've tackled us, and we go and we just walk right into our Uber, and he's like, what happened? I made a U-turn. I see these 4 kids running. I'm like, yeah.
See, I would have stepped up if I was the rideshare driver.
Just keep driving.
They're pulling a gumball. I've got a 3-ton vehicle. I've got a big old piece of metal. You know, I don't know.
If you're a rideshare driver and you witness a robbery,
yeah, please like lay on the horn. Do something.
Yeah, a honk would have been nice. But
yeah, no. If there's ever a
always stay safe.
Just don't get
safe.
involved. Don't like tackle
home.
Them.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I mean,
I honestly didn't think much of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we're in the cab, we're in the Cabify, and I do hate to say this, but like a thought occurred to me kind of early. I would say like 15-20 minutes in after I've gotten over like the initial. We have our phones, we have our wallets, we have our passports, but this thought occurs to me.
As robberies go, like. Really lucked out.
Literally, like, we woke up and bought the stuff, and then we went to sleep without the stuff. So it was nothing that was there before we woke up. Yeah. But I had this thought in the Cabify that this is going to make an excellent segment on me and my sister's podcast. And I hate how quickly it came to me, but it's my trauma
It's true.
to joke about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If I want to make content out of my experience.
And then when I start telling people about it, and they're like locals, they're like, you're crazy.
Locals in Argentina.
Yeah, Argentinian locals.
Like her friends and family when you were there.
Yeah. And they're like, what? Why? Why did you?
Why did you do that?
I do what I do.
That's insane.
Yeah. But the rest of the trip was wonderful.
Thank God for that.
I had an amazing time. And again, I can't stress enough. Visit Argentina. Go to Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
Yeah,
sounds great.
Buenos Aires. That's the capital.
That sounds great. I love that.
Yeah, so that was really.
That's a big.
I don't have my notes list with me.
Anyway, thanks so much for listening, you guys.
Yeah, again, buy tickets to the live show.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I truly don't have. I don't have much prepared.
It's good that you don't also have a robbery story.
So I was waiting to tell you on the podcast.
Oh no,
Mamma mia! No, the two things I did want to mention on the podcast for whenever our next episode was. Obviously, I didn't realize that you would have a thievery story for us.
And I appreciate you sticking with me the whole time. You have heard this story countless times.
I'll just retell it. We'll do like a drunk history retelling of it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Anyway, the things I did want to point out. First, I guess a little shout out is in order. I've had a lot of friends listen to our podcasts like religiously, like
that's great.
Bring up bits to me that they thought were funny.
That's like
also
that's
like
surreal.
Things they thought could be better.
Oh,
that I didn't ask for, but that's
more
fine.
Real. That's more.
Also, shout out Harry for making our audio sound really nice last time.
Oh yeah, thanks so much.
Hopefully this time too. Fingers crossed, we'll see.
I mean, he did so well on the last episode.
If this sounds like shit, you'll know that Harry was not involved.
You'll know we couldn't afford him anymore.
You can hit him up on Instagram and let him know.
Yeah.
Get back on the pod, they need you. Please.
Comment on every single one of his pictures.
Desperate for audio that doesn't suck. Anyway, thank you to the people that have been listening religiously. Clearly we're able to do cool things with that.
Yeah.
Like do a live show on September 17th at the crypto.com arena.
Yeah.
I did have a couple interesting things said to me about our podcast. Some interesting feedback I got.
I think I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So the first piece of feedback that I got was from my friends Ari and Jasmine. Shout out Ari and Jasmine. They were telling me that they were listening to our podcast. And I believe it was Ari. Ari said that he had to turn off the podcast so that he could go to the bathroom. And I was like, you don't have to do that. Like, I just want to give everyone permission. Like, you may listen to this podcast in the bathroom.
Yeah, like
that's okay.
You know,
I'd prefer I'd actually rather you listened to this in the bathroom than like anywhere else.
If you're taking a dookie right now, I want you to keep watching. Don't scroll away. I want you to keep watching. You're allowed to. And good luck. Ooh, that's a big one.
Ooh. Anyway.
But thanks for playing.
You're doing great, champ.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. That'll be funny somewhere, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, like, don't feel like weird listening to me, your good friend Brooke, while you're going poo poo pee pee. Like, you can do that. I can't hear you. I just want to make sure everyone knows when you hear me, I can't hear you.
Okay, I got a couple of those messages too. Yeah. Just to clear it up. Okay, so when you guys are listening to the podcast,
right.
So right now, this is recorded earlier. This is about like a day or two earlier.
A day or two is
I
very generous to them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We're going to cut it up tomorrow, but just in case it's not tomorrow, a day or two.
Yeah.
But when you guys are listening to the podcast, we can't hear you.
We can't.
So
I know it feels very conversational sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe you even feel like you're one of the Smallson siblings.
Oh, exactly.
You know, like we want you to feel like you are a part of this, right? Like I want you to be able to like shout back to me. You know, if we're like
shout back.
Right, of course.
We're not going to hear you.
We're not going to hear you, unfortunately. Yeah. If you would like to record like a live reaction to listening to our podcast to then like upload to YouTube, would love to watch that.
A layered reaction pod?
I would love that. We should do a reacting to the pod to like the Bo Burnham bit. Anyway.
Oh, you guys are going to love this. Oh, nice.
I had to listen. So I mentioned very briefly that I was in Texas recently.
Correct.
And I had so many people mention things about the podcast to me that I did not remember.
That's the goal.
I did, and I was like, that sounds really funny. Like, I said that? And so I was listening. We were on a really long car ride going to the river in Texas. And I put a headphone in and I was listening to the podcast and I was like, it's kind of funny. These guys should go do a live show at Crypto. Like, that's really good.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Cammy texted me last night and was like, oh my God, Gabe, it was so funny when you did this. I'm like, I don't remember that, but that's hilarious.
I love that. Okay.
Probably had too much soda.
That's how you know he's lying. Our acting teacher said recently that you should be so, like, in character when you're doing a scene that you kind of, like, don't realize, like, you don't remember what you did because you didn't have anything planned out. You were just, like, in the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's...
And so, you know, if we feel like we've blacked out and we suddenly have an episode, like, that's good.
Those are our best episodes.
That's really good when it just happens.
Yeah, and, like, we'll get a text from our mother, like, you know, hey, didn't really like this episode. And we're like, oh, we had a lot of notes.
And we're like, I'm blocking you again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is through WhatsApp. She contacts us.
Of course, right.
Just leave one... just a little advice.
She Venmos me $1.
Hey, by the way, at 42 minutes in, I
didn't love that bit about me.
Oh, thank God for the character limit on Venmo payments.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, it would be pretty rough.
Horrendous.
Pretty disrespectful, the things that have been said to me through Venmo payments.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, sorry. Back to some of the feedback we've been getting.
That Venmo payments thing is crazy.
That's pretty funny. Anyway, I put the entire Gettysburg Address in a Venmo payment before.
Oh, I'll do a Hamilton songs.
That's really good too. Both of us with the, like, presidential theme. That's it.
Oh, I've had coworkers be like, Gabe, I love your Venmo payments.
Hell yeah.
Like, you and your girlfriend had such a funny one the other day. I'm like,
I love people who look through the Venmo.
Oh, getting a payment like
from
someone you haven't talked
random
to.
is like, that's so funny. Like, you think it's hilarious that I paid for, like, I don't know, disco ball bed emoji PP. I don't know.
Yeah, whoa.
I don't know. I'm trying to be funny and I got lost.
Or if ever I'm purchasing something, like, that ends in ER, you know, like, and then I just put, like, the item, I hardly know her.
Of course.
You know, just
I would love if you would rephrase this.
Like, let's say I bought a ladder. I'd be like, ladder, hardly know her, you know.
Hilarious. Really funny, really good bit.
I do have a...
People did not tell me they loved that one, but...
Oh. I have a confession. We talked about this a little earlier. We brushed on it. I was in Las Vegas. I came back yesterday. I was house sitting for my uncle and my aunt and their 2 kids.
Some might even say our cousins.
Our cousins, if you will. They have 2 gorgeous dogs. They have 2 gorgeous Labradors.
Stunning, these black labs.
Oh, they really are. And the best part, they think, maybe this all labs do this. They think that they're this big.
Yeah.
And they'll just...
Big dogs that think they're small is so funny.
I'll be eating food, and one of them will just, like, come up next to me, not trying to eat the food, but just to put his entire body weight
to be close
on my shoulder, and then slowly down, and then sometimes I'll get a little paw to just kind of flop
and
up.
Their paws are, like, this big.
Yeah.
Like a horse hoof.
Their hooves. Yeah.
It's like a bear.
So my 2 horses and the cat that I was watching over while they were out of town. You know, I had a lot of time to myself. I had a lot of time on my own. And I got pretty lonely, so I wanted to do things that kind of felt more comfortable to me. And, you know, things that I really love to do that we would, you know, do back home, that just to make me feel better about being in a new space. And I don't usually house sit for people. So do you remember a question I was constantly asking you via text? I I feel like I
While
texted
you
you
were
this
in-
3 or 4 times while I was in Vegas. You know, like, oh, have you guys watched blank? How are you guys doing on blank?
The Sopranos?
So another podcast thing, we started The Sopranos, and we were at like
Have you been watching without us?
We were at mid-season 5.
Have you been watching without us?
We're at mid-season 5, and I was going to be gone for 2 weeks, and I said, guys, you can watch on your own, keep track of it, just tell me. So I definitely banked on you guys watching more of The Sopranos.
We didn't watch anything. Every time our father and I were like, should we watch something? He's like, should we watch The Sopranos? I said, not without Gabe.
That's very nice.
That's crazy.
I did give you guys very explicit
How much
permission.
have you watched? I don't want to know. How much have you watched?
Finish season 5.
Damn it. There's a huge thing that happens at the end that I spoiled for myself. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember you spoiling that.
I haven't seen it, though. Major character death, but...
Hey, well, okay, a part of it was... Well, I don't even want to get into it, but...
This is not a Spoil the Sopranos podcast.
Yeah, Cammy's sister spoiled something. Because I had a dream, super vague, I had a dream about one of the actors or actresses in Sopranos. And I was just like, oh, haha, I know you finished Sopranos. Like, how funny is this dream? And Cammy's sister responded with a show plot point. And I'm like, haha. And then we're talking in person the next day. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't actually get there yet.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but I had a feeling.
I had a feeling.
I had a feeling it was coming.
Of this thing that...
The thing that
in
Cammy's
season
sister
5.
spoiled.
Or that was something else.
No, that was something else.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Oh, buckle up. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not ready. There's, like, new characters that I haven't seen before because you guys watched without me while I was gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not watching The Sopranos on my own, usually.
We did keep a list.
I have to catch up on Love Island.
We did keep that's the worst thing I've ever heard. We did keep a list of episodes for you to watch without us.
Yeah, I have the list. There's like 4 episodes.
Yeah, we watched 4 episodes.
Each one is about the length of a Love Island episode.
Oh, that's so bad to hear.
Did I watch 14 Love Islands in the last like 3 days? Yeah. Yeah.
But I did say before I left, I was like, guys, watch Sopranos. I'll watch on my own. You guys watch. I did say that many times, right? No. Really?
Yeah.
You're going to do this with 2 cameras and 2 mics?
Sure am.
Oh.
You never said that. And now we're
I profusely said it.
Now we pay the price?
Profusely. You guys watch The Bear. Get out of here. You watch The Bear.
Gabe's never seen The Bear.
Don't change the subject.
None of it. Season 3 just came out. Like, the biggest show right now. Everyone's like, cousin. Yes, chef. Like, everybody.
You know why?
Everyone and their grandma has seen The Bear.
I'm watching Sopranos. That's why.
Oh, my God.
I told you guys to watch without me. Because I was going to watch on my own.
We're not going to fight on the Small Talk the Pod.
Well, I mean,
if you'd like to see
lying.
us fight live,
Yeah.
If you'd like to see us lie to each other, gaslight each other, and fight live, please come to
I can't believe
Small Talk the
lied.
Pod live show, September 17th at crypto.com.
Our live show is in September, but right now, Brooke, this is your lie show.
That's funny.
And that's how we're going to end today's episode. Thanks.
I had another thing.
Yeah, no, I was joking. We can't end it on that.
Gotcha!
Gotcha!
Audio only listeners, gotcha! Surprise, we're still here! That's kind of funny. You have like a little secret portion of the podcast
Gotcha!
at the end. You don't play the outro, there's a little bit of silence, and it's like, welcome back to Small Talk, the secret pod.
Oh, no. I think I did that once or twice with the sports podcast. And I would
Really?
get, like, Noah would text me, like, oh my
That's
god,
so funny.
love the end. I just had a feeling there was something at the end.
Oh
I'm like,
my
yeah.
god, it's like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Please stay until after the credits.
For us.
Harry Styles might be in it.
Oh.
That's a spoiler. Casey, don't listen. Casey hasn't seen the end of Eternals yet. Great film, by the way. One of my favorite Marvel movies.
Eternals?
Eternals.
Didn't that get horrible reviews?
Oh, it did. For
Okay,
sure
yeah,
bombed, but I really liked the movie.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
That's so rude.
Brooke, you lied to our viewers.
Rude. I'm sure you said it. I don't have a very good memory,
I said
Gabe.
it 15 times.
Not 15.
Okay, 12.
Okay.
11.
Alright, for the viewers.
We're gonna settle. I'm gonna talk to my father.
I'm gonna say, sure.
He'll settle, because if he doesn't remember
But
too...
he and I don't have good memories, because he would say, should we watch Sopranos? And I was like, no, we're not supposed to watch without Gabe. And then he was like, oh, right. So I think we both just sort of like convinced each other that we were waiting for you. But we watched really good,
If I'm ever murdered, I do not want you guys anywhere near the case.
Gabe.
Forgetting details. Well, no, you'd probably be the
Gabe.
suspect. You'd probably be the prime suspect.
I would never do a kill on you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I would never.
Thank you.
A kill with a golf with a golf ball. I would never. With a golf. Shoot me with a golf.
Shoot me with a grill.
Shoot me with a grill. Ah. The other bit of feedback I've received from our podcast.
Oh no! I can't do any more feedback.
Is that it is hard to listen to our podcast while you are trying to take a nap. That is a
I don't like that very much.
Piece of feedback I received.
I don't like that very much. I hope it's hard to listen to.
I said, why are you listening to my podcast while you're trying to nap?
And there are podcasts for trying to sleep.
This is not one of them.
No.
We should do an ASMR episode.
No.
Close your eyes.
No.
Now I am.
That's like, I hate that.
Now you are listening to my podcast.
It's really hard to sleep with your podcast on.
I was listening to your podcast while I was trying to nap. Okay, this is a call out. I will not use the person's name because I said I wouldn't.
What is it?
They felt really bad. This person said, I was listening to your podcast while I was trying to take a nap, and I was like, why would you ever do that? You can listen to it in the bathroom, you can listen to it in the shower, you can listen to it in the car, you can listen to it on a horse in the ocean at the beach. Actually, at the beach, really loud would be so funny to just be playing a podcast out loud. But I was like, why are you napping in my podcast? And this person said, well, no, what I was going to say was I couldn't take a nap because it was so funny. I couldn't fall asleep to your podcast.
Right,
which I kind of think, think like Small Talk the Pod, impossible to sleep to. It's like a pretty good...
Just you try sleeping in this episode.
Try and fall asleep through your laughter.
Okay.
Through your yucks and your giggles and your hee-hee-ha-has. That
saves it, but that's like saying, oh my god, like, yeah, that podcast with your sister, I hate it. Like, what? Yeah, my stomach always hurts when I listen. What? Because I'm laughing so hard.
Your podcast makes me sick to my stomach because I'm laughing so dang hard.
That's like clickbait in real life.
IRL
clickbait.
I hate it.
Well, it got me fired up.
Just piss to my podcast. Don't nap to my podcast and tell me that it's funny.
I guess it's nice. The
nice.
Sentiment was there.
I mean, it's not something that I ever would have thought about. Like,
no.
If someone's like, whoa, it was so, like, it was really, like, nice to have your podcast on while I was, like, giving birth. Because I was super distracted by how hard I was laughing. Like, it's not what it's meant for, but...
No, it's like
yeah,
you're signing up for classes and it's like, no, this professor sucks. Like, they're the worst. Like, oh, why? Their classes are just so engaging. I could never take a nap to them.
Yeah,
I'd always sit in the back. It's right after work. I'd have the early shift. I'd go to class and I would just want to take a nap. But, like, I kept listening. I kept taking notes. I never take the...
Yeah, like...
God.
Whoa. Good problems, I guess.
Well, good problems.
Sorry that we're so good at what we do.
We're full of good problems here.
Full of good problems. You touched on something earlier that I have not stopped thinking about. I know we're literally making a podcast.
Can I guess what it is?
Yeah, what?
The millennial use of emojis.
Stop! That wasn't what I was gonna say, but now I'm angry again. Now I'm mad again about... Okay, Gabe and I announced our live show, which is on September 17th in LA at Crypto.com Arena. The tickets are only $23.36.
Mm-hmm.
Please purchase them and come see us.
Yes.
we announced that today on Instagram, and Gabe showed me the post that he had written out, and I said, yeah, but like, what if we add this? I added probably 5 to 6 4 emojis at the end, and he was like, that's a millennial thing to do. I was like, no, it's just fun, and he went, that's a millennial thing to say.
Do you think that emojis are becoming millennial?
I love emoji. You know what I don't like? Here, this is what, okay. Millennial text culture is sending GIFs.
Yeah.
Is from the little fucking hashtag images on an iPhone and sending a GIF to convey your feelings.
Our grandmother just started doing this, by the way.
She's a millennial.
Our bubby has been using GIFs.
Gabe called me a boomer today because I wanted to put an emoji in an Instagram post. God forbid I have fun with a little cartoon.
4 emojis at the end is like using the ... in the middle of your text.
The dot. No. It's just false. I just like, let me have a good time.
Your live show sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. ... Gonna be great.
Sometimes I don't even use exclamation points. I use the exclamation point emojis, like the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or the one that's like yelling if I need to yell something.
Yeah.
I'm not changing your mind.
I sent a bunch of like crying, laughing emojis to Noah. Like, he's getting a lot of free press this episode.
Shout out Noah, dude.
I think like 2021 was the last time I like sent a bunch of emojis, and he very respectfully was like, you know, it just kind of makes you sound like you're 30. Like,
elderly.
I'm like, oh, haha, I didn't realize that emojis are old now. Cool.
And did that feel good when he said that to you?
Always be honest, always be kind, always be friendly. We have that
sign.
That
up. You just made that up.
Oh,
There's nothing
there.
over here.
It's there.
What the? This guy's crazy. Get a load of this guy.
No, he was honest with me. Imagine if he never said that, and then I was in a stressful situation and did a bunch of crying, laughing emojis, and that person was like, oh, really?
In what stressful situation are you sending crying, laughing emojis?
Closing a huge business deal.
Can't wait to begin our partnership.
And they're like, what? And
they're like, this guy's a boomer!
Revoked.
Oh my god.
Oh, this guy's 30.
That's crazy.
Okay, so what was the real thing that you were thinking about?
The real thing that I was thinking about was...
I for sure thought it was that.
No, it's not, but I'm really happy you brought it up in front of everyone. In front of all my friends on the podcast. The thing I was thinking about was, you said we'll be selling our own merch outside of Staples Center. Sorry, Crypto.com Arena.
Oh yeah, that was more of just like us being street vendors.
No, but like, think about... Can you think of something that we have said that's really funny that would make good merch?
Oh.
I was so into like YouTuber merch.
Oh yeah. Of course.
A tween, you know? I wonder what our...
I've always wanted merch.
Me too. I think we should just make some just for us to have.
We got the live show.
Honestly. If you guys have anything that you think is funny, you the valued listeners, because we've already established we don't know what we say ever.
Yeah. But if you guys want to sell the merch, go to the LA Public Library. Okay.
Get a vendor permit, and then check out.
Get your
there's
permits.
Tons of different like printing companies you can use.
And you guys can start printing
today's
them.
Sponsor. Just
free
print
labor.
them, bring them to the show as a gift, of course, for us.
Oh, and give us all profits and proceeds.
Right, totally.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ooh.
Should have mentioned that earlier.
Sorry, that was a little embarrassing.
Well, I mean, that's about it for me.
Me
for
too.
Today. Yeah, I think that
I
felt
feel
very
good. I feel
cathartic.
good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you got that out
Mm-hmm.
for everyone. Your story being robbed
Uh-oh.
at Grave Point.
Almost. It literally was almost Grave Point.
Robbed at Ghost Point.
Robbed at Ghost Point. Oh.
Yeah, from Small Talk to Bones.
It would have been next episode 6 feet under.
Oh my god. Hey guys, it's just me here today.
You plugged the audio jack into the ground. Oh
no. It's like the new age Ouija board.
Yeah.
It's just like
Start a
Plug the audio
podcast with a
in.
corpse.
I mean, you know how there's people that take like the EMF readers, or like you put radio static and you go somewhere haunted and it'll be like, pizza. And they're like, oh, did he just say my name? Did they say my name?
No. If and when I die, put a mic next to my grave. And if you don't hear pizza within 15 minutes, I'm an H word. I'm down under. I'm down under.
Swear to me that you'll say pizza within 15 minutes.
Swear to me that you'll say pizza.
Should you become a ghost?
Should you become a ghost? When you're gone, say pizza.
When you're gone, say pizza is
And I'll say pizza.
The new merch.
Yeah. Oh wow. Or it's like
It's a Ouija board.
the Fault in Our Stars, like
Maybe
okay.
pizza will be our always.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, maybe pizza will be our always.
Or maybe not. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Small Talk the Pod.
Yeah, support our live show. Support women's basketball.
Yes, you'll get to see the whole LA Sparks game after.
Yeah.
You get to see us be silly and goofy and do our little dancey dance.
And it's on the court. Yeah, we're not just saying
on
that.
the court.
Yeah.
How crazy is like you will get to sit in a seat for a basketball game and see us on the court.
Yeah.
Instead of basketball players. Or maybe they want to use the court too. Maybe they'll be shooting around, warming up.
I'll let them know. Do whatever if you guys want to like run drills, run sprints.
If they want to be in the episode, like anyone on the LA Sparks who's listening, I know we have a huge listener base in the LA Sparks roster. But if any of y'all ladies want to come on the podcast that day, we'll be in your neighborhood.
Yeah, get to work like 4 hours early.
Right, it'll be super fun. I actually think we'll have a great time.
Like 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah, support women's basketball.
Yeah,
support
and,
women.
Support women. Support women's basketball. Support us.
Live
Support this
comedy.
woman right here. And me.
You should. And my little brother.
Yeah. And by default,
and
a
by
white
default.
man. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
And we hate to break it to you,
Yeah.
but yep.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, and maybe we'll get an outro. I think that's on our to-do list also.
Maybe we'll debut it
Oh.
in September.
All
That
right.
really takes a lot of pressure off. We don't have to worry about an outro for weeks, you know?
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Yeah, buy tickets to our live show. Bye. Oh, guys, thanks for sticking around. This is the Post Pod.
The Post Pod. Small Talk the Post.
Small Talk the Post.
Small Talk the PS. Ooh. I kind of like it.
PS the Pod.
PS le pod.
PS
Pierre le pod.
Alright, I'm out of here.
That actually brings up something. That brings up a thought.
Oh, we're still going?
Oh, this is the pod after the pod, Gabe.
PS Pod,
This is the last thing I'll share. Do you remember when that journalist found Mitt Romney's secret Twitter account?
Go on. Good.
It was under some like French name. Pierre Delecto.
There we go.
Are you Pierre Delecto? And he said in French, c'est moi.
Wow. Kind of iconic.
Fuck that guy, but that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Alright, that's good.
God, alright. And on that note.
Alright, shout out to burner Twitter accounts.
Shout out to Bernard, but I did really well.
Yeah, let's start over. Alright. Hey guys, we got a lunch.
Welcome back to the I'm Brooke Smallson.
And I was Gabe Smallson.
R.I.P.
But now I'm
Thank you for-
Pierre Lemon.
Lemon? Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's it. That's it.
We need to be done.
Yeah. And we're